motor nerve conduction study. The tested nerve and side are shown at the top of the result table. The amplifier and display settings are shown at the top of the trace window. Our display gain is 5 mV per division and the time base is 2 milliseconds per division. The stimulator settings are shown in the toolbar. Stimulus duration, stimulus intensity, and the stimulation rate if a recurrent mode of stimulation is used. The stimulus intensity will also be shown in the status panel when we begin testing. Connect the recording electrodes to channel 1 inputs of the amplifier and turn on the amplifier if necessary. The monitor trace shows the signal baseline. It should appear flat, indicating minimal noise and interference. The first stimulation site is selected. Increase the intensity and stimulate to record the compound muscle action potential. The response is marked automatically. Marker 1 is placed at the onset of the compound muscle action potential, and the latency of this marker is shown in the result table. In this example, it is 2.92 milliseconds. Marker 2 is placed at the negative peak of the response. The voltage difference between markers 2 and marker 1 is the negative peak amplitude of the CMAP, and in this signal it is 6.5 millivolts. Marker 3 is placed at the baseline crossing. This is used to measure the area and duration of the negative peak of the response. Although not shown in this video, the system can also automatically place markers at the positive peak and at the end of the response to allow measurements such as peak-to-peak amplitude, duration, and area of the response. The positions of these markers can be changed manually if necessary. Push the next trace button for stimulation at the next site. Stimulate and record the response. Note the latency and amplitude of the response in the result table. Repeat this process as necessary. Push the next trace button and stimulate to record the compound muscle action potential. One can input the distance for velocity calculation at any time, measure the distance in appropriate units, millimeters or centimeters as programmed in the system, type the measurement using the computer keyboard, and press the Enter key. Note the conduction velocity. When one stimulates at multiple sites, it may be easier to input the distance after recording from all stimulation sites. A simple method is to push the distance key on the console or use the distance function key. Note the highlight in the distance column. Type the distance value and press the Enter key. Notice the highlight moves to the next cell in the distance column. One can push the distance key repeatedly to select the desired box and make any corrections or type in the distance value as necessary. We are finished with the motor nerve conduction study in the ulnar nerve. We can exit the test and select another electrodiagnostic procedure.